The 11th?
This meeting is being recorded.
Hello, y'all. Happy Health Habits Happy Hour. We are meeting today on June 12th, almost mid-June, Men's Health Month. It's my first time outside here. I'm excited. It's going to be 90-something. And so who knows how long I'll last, but it's exciting to be outside, and wherever two are gathered, we will heal. So
Yes.
what I want to do today, so welcome everybody who's watching. Again, Men's Health Month. Thank you for loving yourself enough to live a healthy lifestyle. I just wanted to, I'll just share a screen for a little bit here. And I have a video I want to do with you guys this morning real quick. Always remember, right, you are on the right bus. You're loving yourself by showing up or watching this recording. You're on the right bus. You are surrounded with people who get it, right? And it's all about what goes on in between our ears. It's really not about the food or the fuelings or anything other than what goes on in here. So we want to make sure to remember that we are all role models for hope, for wholeness, for other people. Because the more whole we get, the more whole they get. They watch us learn and grow, and they're going to be more whole themselves. So we just bring integrity to all those around us when we hope for wholeness, and we really practice those things we know. Dr. Anderson always talks about, I don't know if I showed this last time, but emotional mismanagement is the #1 cause of death. So that's why on these sessions, we want to make sure to get our misalignment realigned in our thinking and our thoughts. Raise your hand. Do you get misaligned in your thoughts? Yeah,
Yes.
I'm a chiropractor, so I'm always about, let's keep the spine in line, right? Keep the spine in line. Everything has to be aligned in integrity for us to have pure sanity. And so I love this graphic because our goal here is to help you to realign when you're misaligned, get above the line if you've fallen below the line, and as quickly as possible, right? So I think we had some people fall below the line this week, and I've had a couple people bounce back up within hours, within days versus months or weeks. So that's a win, right? When we bounce up and get realigned in our ears quicker than we normally did. And I got this graphic from one of my mental health practitioners. Isn't this an amazing graphic?
Yes.
Don't you feel like your head and your heart are often like is pulling you apart lots of times, right?
Yes, they are.
I love this graphic. When we get out of coherence and we get out of sync, and our head and our heart are completely out of sync, it not only affects, our behavior, but it also affects our guts. Our enteric nervous system gets affected. So I love that, because that's why we do this sort of time in the beginning where we're trying to get back into sync, so we can make better decisions and better choices with our healthy habits. And so I'm gonna segue from this and share a different screen. I want to do 3 minutes of box breathing. I don't know if you read in the life book about box breathing in element 4, right? But it talks about breathing and deep breathing. But box breathing is a technique that I use all the time. And I just have a 3-minute video I want us to follow along today to use, and I put the link in the chat. And while we're doing, just to learn how to box breathe, because you can box breathe anywhere. You can get back into coherence. You can get your heart and your mind back, in coherence anytime, anywhere. Anybody use box breathing? You guys do box breathing? Sandy does. Have you heard of it, Betty or Sharon?
I read about it, but I haven't done it for a long time.
Okay, it's so easy and it's so effective. So while we're listening to the video, be aware, just be thinking about, why am I really here, right? What's my why? What is my word for the year? If you want to do a little, meditate on the word, if you want to do a little prayer, that's fine too. Whatever you want to do. But let me stop this screen and share a different one. And then we're gonna share. Hopefully I can do this. I'm going to optimize for sound, and I'm going to share sound. Box breathing, so easy and so effective. Let's see if I can find it now. What did I do with it? All right, let's see. Where did I put it? It should be up. Let's see. Is it here? Here it is. Okay, can you guys see this? Can you see it?
Is it blue flowers?
Yeah, little flowers.
Yeah. Okay.
All right,
yes.
so 6-minute video, which you can do on your own for 6 minutes and practice doing the box breathing. But we're just going to listen to her for just 3 minutes and just follow along. Use our havening touch, self-soothing hugs, rubbing the face, rubbing the hands, whatever is most comfortable for you. And let's just listen in here. Hopefully you can hear
Is
her.
equal time on the inhale
Hold on.
and
All right, let's just and think about your why. Get our head in our heart.
the balancing box breath pattern focuses equal time on the inhale and the exhale. By doing so, we invite in the benefits of the exhale and the parasympathetic nervous system for calming and soothing, as well as the benefits of the inhale and the sympathetic nervous system for energizing and clarity. The box breath will breathe in to 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, breathe out for 4 counts, and hold for 4 counts. We'll do 4 box breaths, then take a short pause to let the breath come back to its normal rhythm, and then a final sequence of 4 box breaths.
I like to visualize.
You can also include the self-havening touch. This is a soft, gentle motion on your palms as if you're washing your hands under warm water. From your shoulders down to your elbows in a moving hug, and over the brow and cheekbones like you're gently washing your face. Soothing touch enhances the positive impact of these breathing practices. So as we begin, start by just bringing your attention to your breath without changing it in any way at this point.
So breathe.
Just letting it flow in and out in its own rhythm.
Exhale, hold. So you can visualize a box, okay?
Notice where you sense the breath in your body today. Perhaps in the nose, or there may be a sense of temperature shift between the inhale and the exhale. Or you may notice the breath in the rise and fall of the ribs or belly. Just get to know where you notice your breath today. And now, let's begin the box breath sequence. Breathing in to 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, release. 3, 2, 1, and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in to 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing out. 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in. 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing out. 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in. 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing out. 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Now,
Okay, so that just gives you a taste of it. So she goes through another round and, another 3 minutes. And so let me get office screen share here. What was your experience? What was your experience with that? Was it stressful? Was it relaxing? What happened?
Very
It's hard to
relaxing.
it's hard to do the breathe in on 4 counts. I found I was going faster. Then the hold was okay, and the exhale. And about the 3rd time we did it, I started getting lightheaded. So it was relaxing, but I'm like, oh, what's going on here?
Oh,
Yeah.
oxygen. Oh my goodness, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we normally breathe so shallowly that when we get that deeper breath and that oxygen and nitrogen release, then we get lightheaded.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
just
Plus,
shows.
I'm kind of plugged up and I have an earache. So, it's
Oh,
just, it's
Yeah. That
okay, so
it's
that
all
that
kind of
doesn't
jumbled together.
that doesn't help either. What about you, Sharon? What was your experience? Oh,
You're on mute, Sharon.
you're on mute.
We haven't mastered lip reading yet. You got to turn your volume up.
It was relaxing. I could have kept doing it for a long time.
Well, and that's what you use to relax at bedtime to get yourself ready to fall asleep. So if we had kept it up, we might have lost somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, but you know what? You can do it anytime you've lost control.
yeah.
Right? If you're diving back into the peanuts, if you're thinking you gotta run to the refrigerator, sit there for 1 minute and box breathe. 1 minute. That's might all be maybe all
That's
you
good.
need, right?
That yes.
If you end
Yes.
up doing it for 5 minutes, good. Better yet, right?
Good
And
idea.
and Betty, to get to your point, Sandy, to get to sleep and to stay to sleep. It's what
Yeah.
I practice in the middle of the night. I do this in the middle of the night because again, you and I have a hard time sleeping, and so I will box breathe in the middle of the night and try to, soothe myself back to sleep. And it works. It really does work. I do a little bit of just hands on my face at the same
Nice. Yeah.
time. So I don't have to do too much movement, but even just this kind of thing is really soothing, and with the breathing. So,
Yeah.
yeah, again, anytime. And here's the interesting, what was your experience, Betty?
Well, I was just thinking because since I've been in the hospital, they put me back on the CPAP. And so I do kind of this, but not so deep. And I'm thinking if I did this to the beat of 4, I would probably fall asleep faster and it would be a lot better for me. But one thing that I made up this week was I said before that first bite, because I was grabbing everything that wasn't nailed down, I said do a 10-minute tidy, but it's also, I could add in there before that first bite, do a minute of box breathing. That would be a good thing to add to that.
Yeah, start with a minute and then go say, okay, I'm going to do 2 minutes. And
Yeah.
you might not
Yeah.
even need to do the tidy, right? But because
Yeah.
you're out of, when you're reaching for the food and you're trying to that's your amygdala on fire. Your amygdala
Yeah.
is saying, I'm stressed
Yeah.
out, give me food, right?
Yeah. You just have to break that gaze, when you're like a dog on a cat or a squirrel. You
Yes.
got to break that gaze and bring them back. You're here, sit, and
Yes, that's the whole, that you're here, sit, dog, sit,
sit, Betty, sit.
right? That is the whole game, you guys. It is controlling our thoughts.
Yeah.
Once our thoughts go out of control, our amygdala is driving the train, and we're going for the this and the that and the other, and right, and it's just self-soothing food, right? And so anyway, so yeah, that's when you want to use it too, when you're feeling out of control, as well. And you might even find that if you practice this really good, you might not even need the CPAP as much,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you'll be doing your own oxygenation essentially. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah.
So
Well, I'm hoping to, because I like the CPAP. It's one of my favorite toys, but I don't want, I hate being dependent on it.
yeah, it'd be nice if you can get down the breathing oxygenation so that you don't need,
Yeah.
need
Yeah.
it, wouldn't it? So I don't know. Is Zoom user Elaine? Do you know, Sharon?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay.
Usually she's on her iPhone.
Okay. I'm not sure. Let's see. I think it says iPhone. But anyway, just to go back to this, Margo, you shared Augmentino. I didn't share it out to everybody, or I shared it out on the Facebook chats today. I love this quote. And so you read it last time, but I think it just speaks to it really speaks to taking care of myself. And most of all, I will love myself, for when I do, I will zealously inspect all things which enter my body, mind, and soul and heart. Never again will I overindulge the requests of my flesh. Rather, I will cherish my body in cleanliness and moderation. Never
Yeah.
will I allow my mind to be attracted to evil and despair. Rather, I will uplift it with the knowledge and wisdom of the ages. Never will I allow my soul to become complacent and satisfied. Rather, I will feed it with meditation and prayer. Oh, never will I allow my heart to become small and bitter. Rather, I will share it and share it, and it will grow and warm the earth.
Warm the
Love
earth.
it. Love it. So that just goes along with that mind, body, heart coherence, right? Augmendino is Dave Blanchard's work. He is awesome. He's a Augmendino. He runs that whole professional development group, and he's doing the Health, Hope, and Humor nights every Wednesday this summer, twice a night. He's that committed to our global health in this country. So I just want to remind you of that. Twice a night. They're doing 2 presentations per night every Wednesday this summer. It's nuts.
How do we get the link for that?
I can send it to you, and I'll be sending them out periodically, and I'll send it to you, or I'll put it in the, do y'all want it for tonight?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
would like to try it again. Yes, I
Okay.
would like to try.
I'll just send the link out again. I know I just sent it to Margo, so if I can find it quick, I will put it in the chat. But again, he is all about this, guys. He knows it's all our brain. Everything in between our ears creates habits of disease. He's all about integrating to help us become more whole and use all of our tools and use all of our support. And he's just amazing. So we're gonna celebrate some wins today. We all probably have some skin knees as well, right? So we'll be talking about that too. But I just wanted to share that real quick. The drop it like it's hot challenge. We're on day 10. Anyone want to update on how that's going? Sharon, thank you for sharing that with everyone in the group. How is it going? Anyone have their micro habit? How's it going?
I can share.
Yeah.
I signed up for it, but I don't know how to get on that. So Dr. Michelle graciously and kindly lets me text her every day. So I've just texted her for day 7. I signed up I grabbed your 8:15 toothbrushing to get started on my night thing for sleeping. And then I put myself on a definite fueling. So it's at a certain hour. And I have been for 7 days. And part of today, I have stayed on track. So I've gotten my 6 fuelings in and my toothbrushing in right on time with the clock. And it's been really nice, really, really nice. It helps me a lot.
It's
I
heaven.
love it. I
It's
love
heaven.
it. Yes, it is.
That clock, if you get it in sync with your heart and your
Yeah.
head, your mind, that clock helps so much, doesn't it, Betty?
Yeah, it really
Bravo.
does.
Bravo. The timing. It's all about the time. What else you anybody else set a micro habits to do 15 days in a row? So you're on day 7, we're on day 10. That's okay.
Yeah.
What anybody, how about you, Sharon? Margo?
Yeah,
Mine was,
Go ahead.
mine was very basic, based on my recent hiccup and visit to the hospital. My habit was how to prepare soft food that is tasteful, edible, and that I wouldn't get resentful of because it was taking me out of my norm.
Yeah.
And so far, so good. And I've actually come up with some really cool recipes
Yay.
and found some new things. So
Did you see the pumpkin smoothie recipe?
it's been good. The pumpkin smoothie is awesome. The pumpkin smoothie is really awesome, but so is pumpkin soup.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pumpkin soup all day long.
So it's been good. Going into it, I was real unsure and not real willing, but I had to do it.
Good for you.
And
Yeah, you've been doing it.
yeah. So I've
Hey,
only
just
got 6 weeks to go.
a little side, but yeah, she's doing a longer challenge than the 2 weeks, but it's okay.
Well,
'cause
yeah.
It'll be a habit that six.
Yeah.
Just so you know, pumpkin puree and egg whites are really versatile. They can be savory, they can be sweet, they can be spicy. They really take
Yeah.
on the flavor of anything, you know, you stick in it. So they're very versatile foods. And pumpkin is a vegetable, guys, high in fiber, low in carbs, low glycemic. So use pumpkin puree. Think about pumpkin puree and
Yeah.
egg whites, of course. That's great, Margo. Bravo.
Yeah.
Yes.
She was
Oh,
already
pumpkin.
she was on the community celebration call for Optimal Life last night. She didn't get a chance to share because the men took the limelight for most. The men talk too much, but Margo is going to be on for sharing her story next July. So, or July, second Tuesday in July, they're going to do every Tuesday.
good.
Tuesday.
Hmm.
So make sure to put that on your calendar because it's our larger Optimal Life group and everybody shows up on Zoom. It's kind of like this, only a larger.
It's really cool. It's
Yeah.
really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's really, really fun. So Sandy, did you set a challenge, or Kathy, for the do drop it like it's hot?
I didn't really intentionally set a challenge, but with the way my life is going lately, I'm proud of myself for getting out of bed, getting dressed, trying to get more water, and
Yes.
keeping up with the exercise, walking and kayaking. And
Yay.
I mean, that for me, on days where I just didn't want to get out of bed, I made myself get out of bed. So I am proud of myself for that. Sounds like a
Yay.
little, but
Yes.
it
That is good.
No, that's
Mhm.
good. Good.
That is a huge feat. Grief takes us down and out sometimes,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
Yep. Grief will slay people and just destroy all their good habits. So I'm very proud of you. We all are, right? We all are.
Oh,
How about you, Kathy?
I did. I was doing really well, and then we were out of town for 4 or 5 days, and then I wasn't good. I kept up with my water. Mine was making sure I get the 64 ounces in, and then reading the life book every day. Well, when
Yeah.
we were gone, I didn't get the life book, so now I'm back to square one. But that was
Well,
disappointing for me because I like to keep on my focus, but I got off focus. So I'm back on, and I'm going to do what Margo did, and I'm going to extend it since I got off track.
did you think about alternatives? You know, I always think about if I can't do it, I want to do, how could I, right? How could I? So like what could you have done, Kathy? Maybe you didn't bring your life book, right?
Oh, I brought it.
Oh, you brought it.
I
Okay.
lugged it along. Yeah. No, I had it with me, and I had been keeping, and I highlighted. I was doing really well, and then we were on the go a lot, baseball games, and
mm,
my grandkids are in a lot of stuff, going to the pool, and just trap shooting. It was just like on the go, and then when I did have a time to sit down, I was exhausted.
Right.
But
Yeah.
Kathy, you were living life. You were
Yeah,
so
Yes.
sometimes
blessed to have
Yes.
grandchildren and all those opportunities.
Yeah.
So what, a few days you're not in a book? You were living life.
Yeah.
yeah, I was just going to say
grab
that. Yeah.
Yep.
I agree. Grab that because those moments, they may not mean that much. We won't have them for a long time. Those kids will have them for the next 20, 30, 40, 50
Right.
years
Yeah.
when we're not here. So
And
that
did you spiralize your life book and split it up, Kathy?
I didn't. I should have, because that thing is hard to lug around.
Yeah. So I split mine in two, but there is a nice way to split it into 3. So you can take it to a print shop and have them split
Okay, I'll do
into
that.
3 nice sections that
Yeah.
are coherent together. So that's just easier sometimes.
Or another thing, without bringing the book, you could watch some of the videos online. When you
Yes.
have
Right.
your phone, when you got
Yes.
like 5-10 minutes, you
Yeah.
could go there and instead of bringing the book, do it on the phone. Brilliant idea. Have I used it? Heck no, but it's a brilliant idea.
Look who's calling the kettle black right there.
Well, there's
Hey,
so
at
much
least I'm
good
honest. I'm
information.
transparent about my shortcomings. I'm not proud, but I'm transparent.
I love it.
and think of it too. She got her weightlifting in. If nothing
Yeah.
else, she got
Yeah,
weightlifting in.
I did. I lugged it back and forth, but
Yeah.
Well, I love it. That's great. Well, you know what? It's okay. We were living life. I was at my baseball game and I was living life and I missed my 8:15 and I was like, well, that's the way it goes.
Yep.
I did that float away. I did that float away thing. That I don't know if you saw. I did a flotation night hour and I completely lost my mind. I was in like outer space. I was in a daze. It was crazy. And that was my other time when I missed my mark because you go lay in the salt water and you float and you're weightless and it's timeless and you're thoughtless and it's
Oh, wow.
soundless and it's like being in space, you guys. It's fantastic. And then after that, I was in a coma.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what time it was. It was crazy. I felt like an astronaut. How about you, Sharon? How's yours going?
Starting my morning when I wake up, 16 ounces of water, good, every day. I had
Good.
in the evening, to be off technology at 8:30, and I have done that except for 2 evenings where I got a phone call and completely forgot about, oh, I don't want to be on the phone or anything, So, but got call from, a couple people that I haven't heard from for a while. So I'm just like, okay,
I'm going to be on the phone.
I'm going to be on the phone.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing to interact with the people. Yeah.
Sharon, didn't you just have a birthday?
Not yet.
Oh, I thought I saw you had a birthday coming up.
Well, I do have one coming up, June 20th. So
Okay, I knew it was somewhere close. So
a few days yet.
You'll be what?
69?
oh my God, you're just a
69.
baby.
69.
Yes, he is a baby.
Baby.
You're a youngster.
Yeah,
I
Yes.
guess I am.
yeah. Oh, to be 69 again.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we all can because we're aging backwards, right? We can
That's
get
right.
there.
You
We
got
are
it.
aging backwards. What's an age, right?
So, yeah, right.
Just
So
a number.
let's talk about first. Well, I don't know what to talk about first. Monday night with Dave Blanchard was amazing.
Ah,
But let's talk about the craving thing with Kate first, guys. I have to share my experience. Sharon, you did it.
I did it.
You want to share quick about what your experience was with the cravings with Kate, the power hour with your peanuts?
So I mean, I wasn't the kind of cravings that I have to go and get something right away, but I have the craving of, well, I sure like these Fisher peanuts.
Yeah.
So I took
And she
my
has to
Fisher
have them every day, right?
yeah, I mean, it was something that I felt good about having, which weren't the best choices, still, if you're going to pick peanuts, Fisher peanuts isn't the best. So, but we went down to like, I had one peanut, during exercise, and I'm like, this just like doesn't have no zap anymore.
Really?
You
You
could
know?
eat one peanut?
One peanut.
Yeah, and I still could, I'm pretty sure. I haven't even, they're in the cupboard and I'm like, I see them and I don't like, okay.
What was your portion? You were kind of doing a proper portion, right? Before.
Well, a handful.
A
I wasn't
hand-
even a handful.
So it wasn't necessarily
Proper portion.
proper portion.
A handful.
Okay.
And so I'm like, but I haven't had any since, and that's been a week now.
wow.
And I
Yes.
don't even care to, I told him, I said, I would always go to Menards and look in the Fisher peanuts if they were on sale. And okay, if they weren't, well, I'd still get 11% rebate. Okay, what kind of thought is that? But anyway, I have not had any. I just really don't.
That's an
Wow.
addictive thought, and we all have them. You guys, we laugh with you because we all have them, right?
Yeah.
Well, I have
That's-
to buy them. They're 11% off. I can use my rebate. Well, they're 50%, right? We all have done that, right?
Or I got a coupon or something.
Oh, yeah.
We brought some
Yeah.
home from Menards recently, and then we went to Texas Roadhouse where they give you a free bag.
Yeah.
So we have like 4 or 5 bags of those. But instead of upping it, we eat a bag. Well, we share it. So
Mhm.
instead of eating the whole bag, we share.
Well, I just want to point out that that was a 1 hour session and Sharon wasn't even thinking it was that big a deal. And
Yeah.
she really wasn't like, but it was something she told me about multiple times that she was admitting to me that she had done every day. Like she was guilty, she was feeling guilty about it. Now,
Yeah.
truth be told, she's not gaining weight back and whatever. So she was, but the thing is she was aware that it was a habit and it was a craving and it was a thing in her mind. Like she was very
Yeah.
aware. She told me about it several times out of guilty. Didn't you, Sharon?
So, yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
like, okay,
Yeah.
got rid of, I mean, I feel that, yeah, I don't feel that I'll look at Menards and look to see if they're on sale or.
1 hour. In 1 hour. It's amazing. It's the whole thing is just, it's mind blowing. So the
For,
first,
So, Amy, how are you doing on your gum? Are you still off the gum?
so yes. So the big red I told you about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did I tell you about it last week? Haven't had any,
Ah.
and I haven't gone to the store to get. I literally one day I knew it was really. I knew I was really in trouble because I literally almost got in the car and went to the gas station to buy some. And I was like, this is bad. This is, how did I let myself do this? I don't know, but it's a
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens. Yeah.
And it's gum. I mean, it wasn't like that big a deal, but I was like, no, this is not okay. I'm not going to get in the car and go get no. So I haven't had any. I actually did finish the pack, but took me about a week and I had maybe 1 or 2 pieces at a time versus mowing down the entire package within an hour.
That's amazing.
I know. Right?
You chewed an entire pack within an hour. How is that possible?
Oh, and my jaw was hurting, you guys.
I was going to say,
Yeah, I would think so.
pain.
My jaw is still hurting and it's not okay because I'm not, it's not
Yeah.
okay. So anyway, yeah, so that's been a thing for, I don't know, what is that, 2 weeks now. The first session was 2 weeks ago, I suppose. And then the second session I didn't go. The third session I went with Sharon. Second session, I can't remember who was there, but Sharon and I were together in that third one. And I used my cocoa carob mix. I love chocolate, but I don't eat Hershey's or anything. I eat cocoa carob and I make little puddings out of it and stuff. And either because I crave it because it's bitter. So I crave bitter. So anyway, that gets out of control and I end up eating too much of that, even though it's not killing me. It's not making me gain 50 pounds, but it's too much.
Yeah. You just don't want it to get out of hand.
You know, I just thought of another habit that I knocked out. Since mom died, we don't go to Shakopee past the Arby's every day
Oh, yeah.
because for 3 months we were at
Yeah.
Arby's happy hour every day, getting a little slider, fries, cookie, and drink every single day.
Yeah.
Because
So
it
once
was comfort food on the way home from the nursing home.
So now you changed your route so you don't do it anymore, right?
Yeah.
We don't go to Shakopee anymore.
So
I mean, we
case
don't.
in
We
point,
don't
if
need
you
to
were
go
still
that
wanting to
direction.
go that route, you would need to do the craving workshop because that would be like, okay.
I don't want to go there, and the closest Arby's is way far away. I don't have any desire to make a trip there for no reason.
Anyway, truth be told, I'm still eating the chocolate, but it is decidedly less. I have control. I have power back over it. Like
Yes.
I can
Okay,
look
good.
at it and say,
Yeah.
no, I really shouldn't. I really am not going to, and I can put it away. And that's huge because I was to the point where, no, it's open. I'm eating it. Like it's gone. Boom.
Well, and for me too, you go to celebrations and graduations and stuff, and what do they have as a snack? Like a lot of times they have a mix, nut
Yeah,
mix
nut
or
mix.
with M&Ms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, and I would pick out I wouldn't eat the M&Ms,
Yeah.
but I would
pick out the peanuts.
pick out the peanuts. So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, now,
we learned more about let's see, Deb did her diet
Coke,
and then Carol did her diet Dr. Pepper. She admitted to having 7 or more diet Dr. Peppers in a day, you guys.
Oh my
Oh, that's a lot of
gosh.
chemicals.
And she is
Oh,
now
that's bad.
that week she only did maybe 1 a day, And now I have to follow up with her again because would be like the second week or third week or something like that. So we'll see what's happening.
Wow.
Literally, and probably over 7 because she was, you know what I mean? You kind of she probably underestimated. It was, yeah. And then Deb with her Coke, she couldn't even finish that last one. I don't think she's had any more. It's amazing, truly
That's
amazing.
good.
That's
Is
And somebody came with an ice cream sandwich, and then Carrie did sausage, and she did Kit Kats. Anyway, it was very fascinating, and we learned a lot more about emotional eating, and that there's 10 different types of emotional eating. And I'm like, oh dear. And I realize now that it's not just the craving, it's the emotional thing that drives it, right? So I'm gonna do some of the emotional sessions with her because I know I need to. There's no question. I still have behaviors that are emotionally driven, and so I'm gonna try them out and see what they're like, because I know my drive to eat in the middle of the night was from childhood, right? Elementary school, I started that habit. I still wake up wanting to do it. It's the bane of my existence. Like, why do I want to do this? I'm 54 years old, right? I don't need to do this anymore, and I just want to. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but it's always there. So I'm gonna see if I can actually get rid of that with Kate. So I'm gonna sign up for some sessions. But anyway, so if you have a chance in July, do pick a food and do it just for fun and see what happens, because it can't hurt. Nobody has failed yet, right, Sharon? Nobody's failed yet that's done it. So as far as I know, it's a win for everybody. So anyway, try it in July. Let's talk about Monday. Woo, loved it. Okay, takeaways. Anybody? Floor is yours.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I was listening to the story of my life. What I love about him, and I will say to everybody what I loved about the group last night as well, is these webinars are really about us.
Real people.
It's real people. It's not, yes, OptiD is important, and yes, habits of health are important, and yes, coaching is important. But it really is about us as people. It's very personal.
Very.
And when Dave Blanchard talks, he's talking very basic, but very real and very much relating to you. And that's what I really loved about it. And it's what I enjoyed about last night too, is the stories were very personal. And I've said this to Amy before, I kind of get caught up on the Monday nights. Some of them are really great, and some of them are rah, 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 coach kind of thing. And I go, nah, I want to learn. When I'm on these webinars, I want to learn.
Yeah.
And Dave Blanchard, you learn. And last night, I learned.
Yep.
So, good stuff.
If you didn't watch The Enemy of Self-Sabotage, one Dave Blanchard did, you've got to go back and watch it over and over and over again. That was the bomb. Remember it? The enemy of self-control. He did that whole hour. It was beyond belief. So if you don't remember it, go back and watch it again and watch it multiple times. Or if you never did watch it, it's yeah. So Margo, you're right. And he talked about his bankruptcy. But the thing I loved is about all the people thanking themselves. And we've done that before. We talked about it before. I thank myself for, right? I thank myself for. It's so emotional and so powerful. I need to write. I would challenge you all to write a thank you letter to yourself, as if you're thanking those people around you. It's your last day on earth. Thank you for doing this for me, but also thank yourself, because it really is profound. What'd you get, Sharon? Kathy, did you watch Betty?
I didn't. Now, can we get the video just like we get the other Monday night videos?
Yeah, just like the other ones.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to listen to it.
Yeah,
but I will.
How about you, Betty? You haven't watched it yet?
I didn't get to see the video, but I did write your letter. You said to write a letter. I did write a letter.
You did. Do you want to share it?
Sure. It's just I wrote real short because I figured everyone would be sharing, but I just said, "Dear Betty, thank you for giving up on shaming me and instead thanking me for the little things I do daily. Thank you for the many, many positive changes you've made in the past 372 days. When you made a mistake, you did not dwell there, but moved on forward. I feel loved. Your positive, loving self, Betty." That's
Oh,
what I,
that's great.
Wonderful.
so that would, I just want to do quick and little, but
How does it feel reading that?
it feels really good just to know that the shaming is not there. I'm done with the shaming, and that I do thank myself for doing the little thing. The 10-minute tidies, I check them off every day and I say, thank you for doing this and for doing that. It makes such a difference in my life. It really does.
Yeah, it does.
So, and now I've added the tooth and the meals, on time, and brushing teeth at 8:15. That's on there. And Dr. Michelle said I could give myself a sticker, so I just put a little star there. And then everything else gets a check, but
It's like
8:15 gets a
it's like
star.
giving the little girl in you a
Yeah.
star, a sticker, right?
Yeah.
And an accolade. Who doesn't like an accolade, you
I
guys? We
know.
all want to be acknowledged,
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't do it officially because I didn't even pay any attention to this assignment, but I was just thinking that I have no regrets with anything I did with my mom, because I did everything in my power to make her final years
Yeah.
wonderful. I mean, I bent over backwards for her, and I struggled sometimes because I felt like I was never enough because I allowed myself to feel that way. But
So now just write it down. I thank you, Sandy, for doing
I
as best. Thank you, Sandy,
Yes.
for doing the best you
because
could.
I did, and I have absolutely no regrets, which I think is the other reason that her death is not so difficult for me, because she was ready. I knew she was ready. I
Yeah.
was supporting that decision. I wanted her to live her life the way she wanted to, and I did everything in my power to
Yeah.
make her
That's
happy.
awesome.
Yeah. And
That-
you got up, you got dressed, you showed up.
Yeah.
And you've got that. And that's, rather than you're not sitting here saying, oh, I should have gone. I should have, it was, oh, why didn't you? Don't have that. That's there's no shoulda, coulda.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Shoulda, coulda,
Thank
woulda.
you, Sandy, for living my life with my life without regrets. Thank
Yeah.
you, Sandy, for that is huge, right, Sharon?
And Sandy, that was such a gift you gave your mother,
Mhm.
but you also gave it to yourself.
Yes. Yes, you
And
did.
that is priceless. That is, yeah, priceless.
Did you write a thank you, Sharon? We talked about that today. Don't regret not grieving properly, right?
Yeah, well, I started it. I haven't finished it, so I can just say, okay, I thank myself for nourishing my body with healthy foods. I thank myself for hydrating my body daily. I thank myself for working on my mindset daily.
Good.
I think, okay, I'm not finished.
It's okay.
I
Yeah.
know, but like I said, I got multiple, and I'm just not finished, so.
I was in
Well, what
tears
a great start.
listening to the people. I want to go back and grab her, what she said. I got to grab what he said. Like I was in tears. Because I could
Yeah.
put myself in their shoes. Like Margo said, it was so real. It was like
Oh,
they were telling your story.
Yeah.
they were. They
And
were.
Oh, yeah.
and Margo was even like he was talking about his bankruptcy. I thank myself for sticking out in there even though I was bankrupt. I
Yeah.
thank myself for right. And yeah, it was awesome.
Well,
Yeah.
and I just thought of another example recently. I thank myself for trying to include my daughter, Charla, in the planning and everything. So I wrote an obituary and I sent it to her and I said, I value your opinion. Please look it over and let me know if I should change anything. And she called me back and said, she really liked the beginning and the ending. She said, the couple things you said in the middle, I think they're inappropriate. They don't belong in and she said, I don't want you to be mad at me. I said, honey, I'm not mad at you. I love your opinion. That's why I asked you in the first place. And then I just asked her if she wanted Steve's brother and wife have been really a part of caregiving. And, at the funeral, they have the family like walk in together. And I asked, do you want to include Mark and Debbie, since it's just the three of us, Steve, me, and Charlotte, that's our whole family right now. And she said she didn't care either way. So now I think I want to ask my brother-in-law and sister-in-law if they want to be part of the family that prays and then enters together, because they've been an integral part of being there for us.
Thank you.
That's our family.
That's
But
big.
so
That's
even the
emotional.
relationship with Charla is I have trouble with setting boundaries and understanding about I'm too transparent. She's accused me of this many times, and it is true. So now I ask her opinion. Like before I post a picture of her, I always ask. I ask if it's okay to say this, and so I'm feeling like that relationship is improving too. I'm working so much on that part of me, and
Respecting her boundaries.
I'm really proud of myself.
That's great.
Good,
You should
good.
be.
Not
You
easy.
should. I think
Yes.
that's what I got from Dave Blanchard is when it was all said and done. And then Amy, who asked us to write a letter to ourselves,
Yeah,
and
what'd you write?
I wrote the letter. And when I was done, I went, wow, I really am a pretty good person.
Good.
Yeah, but to realize it yourself, that's the secret.
Yes.
Yeah, you
Yes.
Everybody
know,
else sees it and thinks so, but if you don't get it yourself,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and people have told me, but I don't always hear it. I listen, but I don't always hear it.
Yeah.
And when I was thinking about it, I was hearing it. And
Yes. Good.
that was, yeah. It was a really great, and Amy, I've sent it to you, but yeah.
Wow, I'm a pretty good person.
Huh?
I love it. Wow, I'm a pretty good person.
Yeah, it just like I got all done with it and I went, oh, wow. I can get up in the morning and be proud of who I am.
And let me guess, it's
Yes.
probably long, right?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. I love it. I love it. I'm so excited to read it. Did you want to read part of it or give us
I'll read part of it if I just give me a high five if I'm getting too long.
Wait, Kathy, what would you thank yourself for real quick? If you could thank yourself, what would you pick? What would you thank yourself for before Margo?
I don't know. I'd have to think about that. I kind of some of the things that I think Sharon said too. I just feel I'm thankful for what I've done with my body and trying to eat healthy and get my mind. So I think those are all great things.
I thank me for staying in the game.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Keep trying. Yeah.
I don't know who Zoom your user is, but if you want to share, you're welcome.
I think that's still me. I had a hard time getting on again. So I'm on my phone. I'm on my iPad. I tried everything.
You're everywhere.
Yeah.
I could be on two places.
I definitely thank me for sticking in there thick and thin and for recreating my life from the ground up. I thank me for lots. I have to write it. I baseball last night, so I want to. I don't have to. I want to.
I want to write it too. Yeah.
I want to get to. Yeah. What about you, Margo? You want to share some of yours?
Okay, here it is. Dear Margo, I want to take this opportunity to thank you for the person you have become, as well as the journey that it took to get you here. I'd like you to focus on a following list of lessons that you've learned and are thankful for. Thank you for learning to love people and be kind early in life. Thank you for learning your lessons well from your mom and dad, and including, but not limited to, the fact that it doesn't matter where you are or what you do, God is always there. Thank you for appreciating the amazing family God placed you in. Thank you for your spontaneous and adventurous spirit. Thank you for always thinking of others. Thank you for learning early that there is no harm in falling down as long as you never forget to get back up. Thank you for all the good people you have attracted to your life. Thank you for your support and love of country. And thank you for understanding the importance of integrity and credibility in life. Thank you for your ability to share, give, and think of others in a positive way. And thank you for doing everything in your power to be there for people in need, most especially those who have lost hope. Thank you for allowing your weaknesses to be a learning tool. Thank you for giving losing weight one more try when you found habits of health in Optavia. Thank you for being committed to your health and well-being. And thank you for being willing to trust and try even when a task seems too difficult to bear. Thank you for always wanting to make a difference. And after years of being told you could not have children, I especially want to thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you for the way you honor, love, and cherish your daughter, never forgetting what a special God-given gift she is.
Amen. Yes, yes. Very good.
That's
Very
beautiful.
good. Very good. Yes.
Sorry.
I knew it, Margo. Wow. I
Yep.
don't know how we follow that, honestly,
Yeah.
but I think we can learn a lot from it, right? Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I've been very, very lucky. I have been truly, truly blessed all through my life,
wow.
without a doubt. Good times and bad.
And doesn't it make you feel like you really
Yeah.
feels doesn't it makes you feel like, wow, I did a good job in life. Like if you were to die tomorrow, you would know there's no regrets.
Yeah. Yeah.
For the most part, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the most part, yes. I just, I still feel like there's so much more to do.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
It's part of it, but it's just when when you start thinking about yourself, I think the first thought is you almost feel a little bit guilty because it's like self-aggrandizing, but and then all of a sudden it's like, no, this is real.
You're
This is
talking to
yeah, talking
your
to
inner
myself,
child.
and
It's
yeah,
that inner child thing, guys, and we don't work on that. We got to heal those inner people because we have different ages that are still not healed. So it's inner
Yeah.
healing.
it is, it really is.
Yeah.
And again, it is looking at yourself in an entirely different light. And I was curious, so I tried to write something kind of to the opposite of I wish I had done, I wish I had done, I wish
Yeah.
I had done.
Yeah.
I couldn't come up with what I would have done differently.
Yeah.
Wow,
And
that's awesome.
yeah,
That's
and
great.
And you're how old, Margo?
75.
25. So this woman still in the 90-day challenge, she told us all that she really she wants to start a fund for people who can't afford healthy things like chiropractic, like habits of health, like Optavia,
Yeah,
fuel, and she wants to start a foundation or a fund. And and through the challenge, working with David, he's figured out. Oh, he helped her to figure out a way to actually get it done, and it's something
yeah,
that is going to keep driving her. And she's 75 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what?
Mm-hmm.
It's you guys.
it's never too late.
Never too
And
late.
I thought it was such a big dream that I would never be able to do it. I would love to know that somebody could do it, and I would share that with them.
And he
But
broke
then
it
he
down.
made me realize, he broke it down in such a way that I can at least take the steps to make it happen
Yep.
and let it kind of take a life of its own
Yep.
once I begin. And
Yep.
that was really cathartic for me.
Yep.
And now it's like, I'm not fearful of it. I'm excited about it because there's so many different ways to accomplish it.
It's gonna
And
keep getting her up in the morning.
yeah. And the bottom line is there are so many people. How many times in my years in healthcare did I hear people say, I really should, but I just can't afford it. And your comeback always is, well, you can't afford not to. And then you sit down with them and you talk about, can I help you figure out how to afford it? And by the time you're done working with them, you go, they really can't. They can't take another dime out of their pocket for anything else.
Yeah.
So what do they do? Where do they go? Where do they turn? Because
Yeah.
it's sure not going to be the insurance company.
Yeah.
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 Not going to be some kind of something or other out there that's just going to say, come take money out of this pot and pay for your health care or
Yeah.
pay for your weight loss or whatever. And it's things you need. And it's it's hard for people to understand that somebody can be so tight on a budget that trying to do one extra thing, and you talk to them about what can they leave out, what can they change, and when you go through it all, you go, there isn't anything you can change except how we find you the funds to make it work.
Yeah. And the thing is, this country does not
Here's
value
the link for
good
tonight, by the
health.
way, if you guys want to snag it.
What?
Yeah. The link for tonight's humor night is in there if you want to snag it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll email it to Sandy. But yeah, so
Yeah.
there's always, sorry, Margo, sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
Betty was just talking.
Yeah, I was just saying that we don't value in our society a good health. You know,
Oh.
the insurance will want you to do this, and this before something else, but yet nobody ever does preventative. Nobody ever,
No.
like what the doctor said in the first place, the craziness in his surgery until he said, stop. We
Yeah,
got to start way back here. And what you're doing is really a nice thing because
the
you're
insurance
giving
is
someone
all
a
about,
choice.
the insurance is all about sick care. It isn't
Yeah.
about well care. And if
Yeah.
we can find the funds to help people stay well,
Yeah.
it's going to cost a whole lot less than working to get them well.
Yeah. And
Oh,
how many
yeah.
times have we gone in? Well, we can start these shots, we can start these pills, we can do, and I've just said, no, thank you. No, thank you. And you know what? I'm finding things now. Part of it is in this program that I can do for my health now, that guess what? I don't need all those pills, and I don't need all those shots, and I don't need all those things. I'm
Yeah.
healing. I'm healing
We
by
save money in
wellness.
other ways. Yep. We save money in other ways. Yep.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, you ladies, definitely keep being, living large, because you are bringing hope for wholeness as well as I, and you're being an inspiration to everyone. I did send the Health, Hope, and Humor Night link. So I love the lady there. She's an internationally renowned humorist, which is really quite funny, and she talks about her own journey with weight and makes fun of it, which is really fun. And because we've all been there,
Amy,
so, yep.
I don't think that thing tonight is 6 and 9. It's because it said 6 Pacific and 8 Eastern. That's a time zone
So
change.
it's,
I think it's one time, and Central would be,
No, it's 2 times. There's 2 different graphics. That's just one graphic, and it
okay,
lists Pacific, Central, and
Eastern.
Eastern.
Central is
Yeah.
7 o'clock, right?
8 o'clock Central. Okay.
yes.
7 and 9, 7 and 8. No, I can't remember. The two.
It's going to be 6 Central and 8 Central.
6 Central
Yeah,
and 8 Central.
Central.
Okay.
Okay.
8
Yep.
Central. Okay.
And I just sent you guys an email.
Thank you.
Okay. I will look for it now.
Yeah. And 6 and 8 Central, since that's where we are. But yeah, it is confusing because it lists the different time zones, but on the graphic. So but yeah, that's fun. I love that lady. So anyways, and again, friends and family are welcome. They just, they just put their hearts out on the sleeve, and they're just there to care. And it's really, really astounding. So yeah, so cool. All right, I will end this recording, and we will.
I've got an inspiration. It's a short
you
one.
do? Okay, go ahead.
This is perfect for today. Know that you were formed by God's hands, dreamed up in his heart, and placed in this world for a purpose.
Oh, thank
That's
you
great.
so much.
Thank you.
So much.
Thank you,
Perfect.
Thank
Margo.
you, everyone,
Yeah.
for listening.
great-
On the recording. Let me know what you got out of it. Have a wonderful week, y'all.
Love
See you
you
in a couple
guys.
weeks. I'm so
Happy
sad to
health-
miss next week, but I'll be there in spirit.
Okay,
Okay.
bye-bye.
Bye.
Good.
Bye.
Bye.